right now, and our plans for the coming days. Okay, so let me see, where can I? Yeah, I can open up a chat in the voice channel, so we can write directly in this chat. Yeah, it's kind of a new update in Discord, I think. Ask questions here. So, latest news. Yeah, Solana had issues recently, and that affected our ability to do the reveal in time, because we're still relying on Fractal to do all the collection-related stuff. But once we finish the supply reduction and reveal, etc., so they will transfer ownership to us, and then we'll do this in a much quicker way. So what we want to do right now, I'm waiting for the confirmation from Fractal that they will reveal all the airdropped assets. So these rowdies, unrevealed rowdies, they will reveal them, and after that we'll do a supply reduction event, but we'll do this in a way that the rarity structure that we created for ourselves with the titles, etc., so that we're using titles as a rarity rank, it will be held in place. So if you read the article, the supply will be 1,500 for the NFTs. Part of the unsold supply we'll store in the treasury and use later for promotional activities, etc. So could have a lot of plans on them, and part of them we're going to do a bonus airdrop. So we're figuring out exactly what to do with this. So that's the plan for the collection. We also have the big plans how we gonna move towards from this moment. So first of all, we need to start building gaming community. We need to start building VR community, and for this, we have a separate strategy. So basically, we have two strategies in place right now. First one is to work with the Web3 communities, with the gaming guilds, and we'll continue to onboard more and more gaming guilds. We have already like 150,000 followers combined across gaming guilds and our project, and we have a very special offer for gaming guilds right now, because we plan to do a really big event when closed alpha is launched. There will be an invitational tournament where gaming guilds can participate, and it also ties to the NFT staking features that we are developing right now. So as far as the roadmap goes, here's how it goes. We finished the reveal event and the burn of the NFTs, like a collection revamp. We'll do this in the beginning of next week, because Fractal, I think they won't do this on Saturday or Sunday, so probably this will be done on Monday. In 2 weeks, I think it's June 10 or 12, somewhere in 10 days basically. We'll launch a staking platform for the NFTs. So, and next week there will be an article on what benefits do you get from staking NFTs. So in short, you will be able to earn special tokens that are not the native ecosystem token, because we cannot launch the token yet in this market conditions, and we want to launch token through the ITO and other processes, because it will be a kind of a temporary token that will be later swapped to the boss fighters tokens. But not only that, it will be also used in a special referral system. So we want to have this referral system to bring more players into the community, especially when the closed alpha will be really soon. It actually will happen in August. So it's 3 more months, but it's not enough to have like 1,000 NFT holders to have a successful closed alpha. So we want gaming guilds and we want our NFT holders to participate in the referral program. And actually everyone who owns an NFT and will stake the NFT, it will benefit from this by using this referral links. So that's one thing. Another feature for the staking, you need to stake NFTs to be eligible to participate in this VR headset raffle that will happen before the closed alpha. Probably in July, we'll do the VR headset raffle. Yeah, we need to solve some logistical problems before that, but yeah, we plan it for July. So these are two things that will come really soon for staking NFTs. The other thing that we're also working on right now, so that these royalty tokens, what we call them, they actually tied to the secondary market sales of the NFTs. So the value of the tokens that are generated through staking NFTs equals to the value of the secondary market sales, royalties from the secondary market sales, and the more royalties we collect, the biggest share everyone actually gets that stakes the NFT. So this is also one of the features that we're developing for staking. But the most important thing here is this referral program that we're working on right now, and we really want to make this referral program before we start bringing more players to the community. So that's for NFT staking right now. You will see soon that we'll shift our narrative away from the NFT, and I talked about this on recent live streams and AMAs. Is we have to understand blockchain and Solana. This is only a tool that we want to use to give players ownership of their assets. So, hey, Darth Raider, nice to see you here. So, with that in mind, staking of the NFTs, the royalty tokens, and the referral system, this all basically plays into the, so this all actually is made to bring more players to the ecosystem, especially in these market conditions, because it's not a reasonable thing to do, like burn money on influencers or something like that in these market conditions. We need to we need to do very precise and strategic decisions here, and we need to be very strategic with the funds that you gave us because you believe in the project. So we don't want to waste this. So this is why we developed this referral program, referral system. So, and as I mentioned, you will see soon that we'll shift the narrative away from NFTs, and the first sign of this is there will be a Discord server rework, and we'll also publish a Steam page pretty soon. So we want to build marketing around the Steam page. We want to bring players from Steam. It will be like an so added not to the cart, so it will not be available to download because it's still a closed alpha. But we will get like a huge exposure on Steam just for getting into this pre-early access state. So that's one thing that we focus on. Another thing that we'll continue building connections between gaming guilds. We want to create essentially the first VR competitive gaming guild, and we really believe that VR is the future of competitive gaming, and that's that's the main narrative. That's why we want to connect with the gaming guilds, and it will later be used in a bigger plan, essentially. So how we'll transition from closed alpha to another state where you will be actually able to play and earn. So, and this will happen this year. So that's our plan. This will happen this year. Okay, so another thing that I would like you to show, so maybe teased a bit this flow chart of the tokenomics, and we're working with the really good advisors for the tokenomics. I mentioned this kind of in private conversation that we received a 55-page document that describes tokenomics with all the formulas. So it is a blueprint basically to create a sustainable economy, and we don't want to create it with a Ponzi scheme like Steppen or X Infinity. So we're actually working towards a long-term sustainable economy. So that really requires a lot of thought. So I'm going to share my screen right now and walk you through the basic interactions between actors in our game, which are players actually, or spectators, how watch turn is working here, activities, and the different assets that we have in the game. So let me share my screen. And after that, I'm going to show you some sneak peeks from the development. We have some models, some new arena art. I'll tease you a bit with this. So, and I think we'll do this like on a two weeks basis, this kind of calls. So we'll share the stream. I'll do the stream. I'll share the updates about development. So what the NFT status, the marketing strategy, what are we doing, what are the partnerships we have, and what's actually happening in terms of development. And we'll be sharing more information about development. We have this dedicated channel for this. So just stay tuned for this. Everything will be there. So I'm going to share the screen right now. Just one moment. So here's this grand flow chart. What we have. So we have different type of entities here. We have activities. We have in-game activities with green rectangular boxes, rectangular shapes. We have blockchain interactions. So it's like minting assets or get token rewards or something like that. We have off-chain assets, because the game will be on Steam, and we want to have some off-chain assets there. So these are yellow rounded corner rectangles. And we have various on-chain assets, like tokens or NFTs, so essentially digital assets. So we have two entities of users in our system. We have players that can play the game, and we have spectators for the watch turn that cannot or don't want to play the game for some reason. So let's talk about players and what you can do when you're a player, how the progression looks like. So first of all, two types of players, flat screen players and VR players. You create your boss character if you're a VR player, or create your fighter character if you're a flat screen player. So here's your character. Right now it has only two characteristics. It is a rank and experience. So you can play casual, and when you play casual, if you play in as a VR, you already get a bonus. So you get the tokens. So it is essentially a move turn in VR, because we can track different patterns of activities for VR players. And that's the whole point. I stated this multiple times, that we want to bring as many VR players as possible, and we want to increase retention of these players. This is the system to increase retention. So you get the rewards like experience. You get soft currency, which is an off-chain asset. Essentially, it's sort of gold, and you get loot boxes. Yeah, I know that some of you might hate loot boxes, this term, but loot box is just a general word that we use for stuff like you open the mystery boxes, what we have in Web3 right now. So players will be also able to buy more of these loot boxes by paying directly with fiat. So convert into hard currency, buying more of these loot boxes. So there is a limit for the amount of loot boxes that you have, modeled after free-to-play mobile games, because we essentially will be a mobile game, so we need to work on this as well. So you wait, depending on the quality of loot box, so you need to wait a bit to open up, and you get different rewards in these loot boxes. So you get VFX cosmetics. Essentially, you can customize how your weapon looks like. So it is a gear cosmetics. What type of projectiles it shoots, so you can add some visual effects. You have player decorations. This is all kinds of stuff like just changing your portrait, or later on there will be headquarters for players, so you'll be able to put trophies out there. So this is also here we can also include things like changing visuals of the character, so changing tattoos of the player or something like that. So we'll probably implement some kind of a NFT alternating system later in the game. So this is here. You get a soft currency, you get character animations, different funny stuff that you can flex with. and you get, most importantly, these upgrade tokens. So upgrade tokens, you need them to upgrade your weapons. And how do you unlock different weapons in game? So you need to gain experience to level up, and once you level up, you unlock different weapons. So essentially it is kind of a battlefield type of progression. So this sort of game, not an RPG progression, but you just gain experience, and the greater level you have, the more weapons you have unlocked. And with the upgrade tokens, you can increase power and different abilities. So weapons, they are actually abilities. So think of them as abilities, because you equip a weapon as an ability. And essentially, flat screen play, it is an ability shooter. So that's how it works. So you stack these tokens together, you use soft currency and upgrade tokens to upgrade gear and equipment. This, let's say you have the common, the weapons start at common, and you upgrade your rocket launcher using these upgrade tokens that you gather from the loot boxes and soft currency to a new item. So you still have this common rocket launcher, but then you created a new, like uncommon green rocket launcher. So it is essentially a better piece of equipment and gear. You also can get some rare cosmetic items, like a skin for the weapon, or a special animation. So this also, and this stuff can be minted as NFTs using boss fighter tokens, BFT tokens. So once you mint them, then you can trade it on the market, in-game marketplace. And the value of these NFTs comes from the time you need to spend, and the tokens and the time you need to spend to upgrade these weapons. So essentially, there is a link between how many time you spend in the game and the value of the gear you get, essentially. So if you don't want to grind, you just go on the marketplace and buy it, just like in other free-to-play games. And it's up to you, basically. Either you play the game and just grind your way through, and it is a normal situation. So all of the games are doing this and will be doing this as well. Or you just buy this as an NFT in the in-game marketplace. We also have a rank place, so you get the same rewards, but you also get rank points, and this is a rank play for the matchmaking, and rank points are required to access tournaments. So we have two types of tournaments. We have special exclusive and sportsman tournaments, which can only be unlocked if you own an NFT. So that's what we want to do in a closed alpha later this year. So, and we also have community tournaments that community can organize themselves. So here we have staking features, so how the token and NFTs are used if you are a player. So if you own an NFT, let's say if you own a Rowdy NFT, or if you own a Rowdy plus Stars NFT, which most of you on the stream will probably own sooner or later. So you unlock special tiers of Armory. Armory is a staking pool that unlocks features related to gear progression. So when you have tier 1, which is unlocked automatically if you stake the Rowdy NFT, you speed up this loot box opening, you get more tokens in loot boxes, and you get better tokens. Essentially, you cannot upgrade your weapons to the highest level unless you stake tokens. So this is kind of the path how we can nudge fiat players into the crypto. So you need to stake tokens, but actually they can do this using credit cards. So we'll implement this system into the game. Like you just hit pay, and it automatically buys the tokens, it stakes it for you. Probably you just need to confirm several transactions, and you're good to go. So we want to do it, make it as easy as possible for newbies and for those who are not familiar with the crypto. So the more you stake and for longer you stake, the bigger staking power you get. So there is this thing like what we call a staking power. The more staking power you get, the better tier of staking pool you unlock. So second tier you get better upgrades essentially, and you also get a free cosmetic overdrop NFT airdrop over time. just a passive NFT income. And NFT and cosmetics, they are tied to the seasons, so they change every season, and thus they create this scarcity. So you cannot get cosmetic items from alpha season when you're on season 2 already. So the only way to get them is to buy them from the marketplace. So yeah, and these are 3 levels. We also have Fighter's Badge, which is a stake pool that essentially unlocks different game modes. And if you own Rowdy, Stars, or Bosses, no matter what of these NFTs, you unlock basically all these 3 things. The other way to unlock it is to stake tokens. So you get a soft currency yield, basically you get more soft currency in the loot boxes once you play. You get other game modes unlocked, you get fiat discounts, and you get increased experience, etc. So, and you also get an access to community tournaments. We also have clans, which is intended to be used for gaming guilds. Yeah. If there is a question, just type in the chat, please. So for clans, we have this special stake pool, but to open up the stake pool, you need to own the Stars or Bosses NFTs. So that's what you need. So once you unlock this, you also unlock community tournaments for all your clan members. So there will be a limit to the Stars NFTs. So essentially there will be a limit to how many clans can be created. And you also can stake tokens to upgrade your clan. So this all applies to the clan members, these features. And you get on the latest, on the tier 3, you get access to exclusive sponsored tournaments.
Okay.
So in tournaments, you get obviously you get tokens as a prize pool. In community tournaments, basically anyone can organize who has access to tournaments and create. You need to pay an entry fee, and this is the model like win to earn. So you pay 10, I pay 10, the winner takes 15. So sort of this model. And this can be organized continuously, basically from the community, no limit on this. And these are special tournaments with big prize pools, with the sponsorship events like invitation tournaments, and not only that. So this will be handled by Boss Fighters team, and we'll be working hard to make this happen. Right when Alpha launches, actually, we're planning to do this invitational tournament. Another thing is, there's also liquidity pool. So basic option, you just can provide liquidity and get a BFT yield, APY. So just normal stuff that you see with the Web3 projects. Just provide liquidity and get something in return. We also have watch to earn, and here's how it's implemented. So there is also a special pool to watch to earn. You need to stake tokens to get access to these features. So once you stake a certain amount of tokens, you unlock different game modes, and you start generating this on-chain like tokens, what we call tickets. So the tickets are used in different game modes that involve spectators. So you unlock mini bets. Mini bets is a game mode when spectators, when they join the stream, and if they are authorized spectators, like they're using login with our account that is authorized on our Boss Fighters hub, and they're using a special Twitch link, which we can track, then we can create special in-game mini bets. So what I mean by that, so there is the battle going on, and there is a set of predefined mini bets that will happen randomly. So let's say we have 500 spectators on the stream, and then this mini bet appears. Do your bet with the tickets if the boss can destroy 3 buildings during the next 30 seconds. And you just type in the chat command using Twitch API. You use this tickets to do your bet basically. And if you win, you get something in return. And I'm going to talk about rewards just in a few minutes. If you lose, okay, you also get fun, basically. Interactive mode, it is the mode like Hunger Games, so when you actually can directly interfere in the course of battle. You can drop crates with weapons or drop a power-up or something like that. So also depends on the amount of tickets that can you use. And we also want to add revenue sharing from ads later on the arena, so it is kind of the ultimate feature of Watch to Earn. So you just take a lot of tokens to unlock this tier 3. So spectators, they join player streams, and essentially it is a player-spectator collaboration. The more spectators you have on the stream, the better rewards you get as a player, and the same thing goes for spectators. So the more popular the player and you follow, the better rewards you can get with this. So players, they create streams, you join the stream, and here the set of player rewards. Essentially, he is getting more experience, more of currency. The more spectators you have, more loot boxes, rank points, and players can also get boss fighter tokens with that. But spectator rewards, they are a bit more interesting. So first of all, only spectators can get special NFT instant upgrades, which work as special perks. So when you upgrade your weapon using these tokens, you upgrade weapon from uncommon to rare. It cranks up a bit of the damage output, so just normal parameters. But there's also a chance, the rarer the item, the bigger the chance to get a special perk for the weapon, and that's why weapons will be different. It's not like all epic weapons are equal to each other. So you can get a perk once you upgrade a weapon, like you get 2% speed boost when using this equipment. So you can, by having these different weapons, you can actually plan and create different builds of your characters this way. So combining them. And this special NFTs instant upgrades, they add these perks. And there will be a special set of perks that will be only available as a rewards for spectators. So we want to encourage this collaboration between spectators and players. They can also get special random cosmetic NFTs, discounts on the marketplace, and boss fighter tokens if they participate in this mini bets, and revenue sharing. So, and this can be traded on the marketplace. So the idea behind Watch to Earn is this collaboration between spectators, between players, and the rewards are separate for spectators and players, because that incentivizes them to work together. So kind of a win-win situation for both. We'll also be doing a buyback of the tokens using marketplace fees, provide liquidity as well. So there will be also a burning mechanism of the token. I think maybe not burning, so I need to double check this, but there will be essentially a small transactions on marketplace, with also not only marketplace but like unstaking. There will be some unstaking fees, so we'll charge something, some small amount of fees in both fighter tokens on each transaction. This is a revenue stream, first of all, but it is also required to sync some tokens and control the supply, to reduce the supply, so it actually benefits the whole system in the long run. So we reduce the supply, we burn part of the supply, or we redirect it into the other part of the system. So that's how the whole economy essentially loop works. And this is still a kind of a rough estimation of what's going to happen. It is subject to change, but all the main things and ideas are laid out here. So here's the loop of actors, activities, and assets, how it works. So if you have some questions, go ahead, type in the chat. A few minutes to answer questions, and then I would like to show some cool stuff from the development side. And yeah, you can type it right in this live stream AMA chat. So there is this open chat. I'm using desktop version of Discord. it opens up on the right side of the screen. Okay. So, yeah, no problem, no questions. So I'm gonna answer them later. Just drop me in the holders chat somewhere. Okay, I can see it in Ask Team. Stream chat is locked. Okay, Eugene, I think that's on you. Fix stream chat, please. You can tag me in a holders chat, I think, or in general lobby somewhere there. Okay. Need to figure out. So there's a permission to chat. Speak, voice activity, you can send messages. Okay, I changed it right now so you can send messages in the chat. Just try something. Okay, meanwhile, I'm gonna share another screen right now. I would like you to show some updates and development, show you some arena updates, and also some boss weapons that are in development right now. I'm sure you're really excited to see this stuff. So, where it is. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is a new layout and concept of the arena. It is a concept art as a blueprint for our 3D modelers to work in the arena. I'm not going to show you the arena yet because I want to keep it as a surprise. So these are only the concepts, the collage of some images. So the idea is to have this town a bit futuristic, but also a very calm and nice as a contrast to this cyberpunk dystopian city around the arena. So it is the whole town that is constructed here in the arena is the decoration for the show. So that's the whole point. So next one, it is the new visuals for the arena. So this is what it will probably look like on the arena. So we have several buildings. They will be destructible. The boss can destroy buildings, not like what we have right now, this simple building without interior. So we'll work on this and we'll add a lot more details. And we have this cyberpunk city in the background. So this is arena, what we have right now, and we have a city on the background with the protective field that encompasses arena. So that's one thing. Here's a block out. And here's a sketch of the arena. So all of these things, they're actually props that boss can use as weapons. So he can pick up this truck or this trash cans and use them as weapons, throw them. He can tear out this air conditioning units, billboards, etc. So everything can be used as weapons, and the buildings will be destructible. The way how it will work, so once you hit the wall a few times, it cracks, and once it cracks, you'll see a kind of a force, especially colored place where you just grab this and then you can pull this to destroy this part of the building. So it's not like you can destroy it with a single hit of the arm. You need to work a bit as a boss to destroy buildings, because it is a trade-off. Like you're trading your time while you try to destroy building and change the path and to change the way where flat screen players can cover, but you are vulnerable while you're doing this. So because you need to spend some time to pull these parts of the buildings away and to make it crumble. Okay, so I'm gonna show this a bit later. So this is the one of the props of this arena. So it's a small truck. I think this sausage, this hot dog, will be a detachable thing. So as boss, you can grab this, you can squeeze it. It will be deformed. So the glass will shatter, and this hot dog will fall off. And you can use it as a blunt weapon. This stuff you can throw it, and it will probably explode if you shoot, if you hit it with a rocket launcher as a flat screen player. And here's actual in-game asset. So this is a 3D model, ice cream. Yeah. So can you see? I think that works. So this is actual 3D model. That's the quality of the assets that you can expect in our game. So once you grab it as a boss, all this small debris, it will fly away, ice cream all over the place. And you can also smash it and use it as a blunt weapon as a boss. And I'll talk about weapons of boss just in a minute. This is another game asset, a small truck that you can grab and throw, and it is also it can be deformed once you grab it, so you can squeeze it in your arm and it will break and deform. So and you can use it as a sponge for rockets, I think. So you can hit it with a rocket and it will protect you for at least for some time. So that's another asset. This is the sketch that we use, and our 3D models are using this. So this is a trash bin. So you can grab it and throw it, and when you throw it, all kind of trash is flying out of this thing. So yeah, it's a nasty thing to use as a weapon, as a boss. I think that's a work in progress model. Yeah, that's a small food trading shop here. And here's new arena. Actually, that's an update how arena will look like. So buildings will be destructible. As mentioned, here we have cars. Here's the size of the player. That's what we have in terms of arena. I'm gonna show you a few more things right now. Okay, you attack me. Okay, when a fighter gets better weapons, does the boss get more difficult with more hit points? I have OP weapons. So actually the boss has its separate progression. It has its own weapons, it has its own experience, and essentially we will be matching bosses against fighters of the equally skilled and ranked players. So that's the point of the competitive game. So it's not, and also you need to think of the weapons not like just a direct damage modifier. It is actually an abilities. So it's more like an ability shooter. The weapon that you're using defines what kind of play style you get. So either it's a rocket launcher, it fires with an arc, or maybe you use a special rocket launcher that requires time to aim, and it's like Half-Life rocket launcher. So this is a completely different weapon, and it takes more time to reload. You move in a bit slower when using this weapon, so this kind of stuff. The same thing goes for VR, actually, and let me show you some VR weapons that are in development right now. So this one is is a seismic hammer, what we call. So VR can equip 2 weapons, so 1 for each arm. The energy charges from the damage you sink. So the more damage you sustained, the quicker the energy for your weapons is charging. And you can then press a button and one of your arms is converted to a special weapon, and then you use it until you spend all the energy of this weapon. Essentially, you have 2 pools of energy, one for left arm, one for right arm, and they charge independently, so you can use it independently or you can use them both at the same time. So you can equip basically 2 of the same weapons on the battle, so if to increase its destructive power, or you can use different weapons, like you can use a laser weapon and this seismic hammer. So actually, here's a VFX of this thing, but there is no weapon. I don't want to show you yet. So here how it works. So you smash arms, and the shockwave sent forwards, which trips flat screen players and sends them flying. So you can use this weapon to send flying flat screen players, and maybe you can catch one of them when it's set airborne. So this is one of the boss weapons. And it can also be used on buildings, etc. So it will probably damage buildings as well, this thing. So you can destroy part of the building with this thing. But the main thing of this weapon, it is essentially an area of effect weapon to reach kind of a mid-range area of effect weapon. That's the class of this weapon for the bosses. Okay, we have also another thing, which is a zone control weapon for the boss. So we call it not a flamethrower, but it is a toxin thrower.
Okay.
So if you have some nasty fighters camping in the building, you can always use this weapon to so just to use some toxins on them and ward them off as rats from the building. So yeah, this is another weapon for the boss. It is essentially a zone control weapon. It stays for some time, and it is damage over time weapon. You can block certain amounts of paths with this toxic clouds, and this will gives you a more tactical position. So you can block some path if you are not sure that somebody can come from behind you. You can use this and make this toxic cloud behind your back to make sure, or maybe block this passage with it. So there is a lot of opportunities that open up with this kinds of weapons, and you need to think about this as an ability shooter, and you have abilities for the boss and you have abilities for the fighters. We want to create not only fun physics-based gameplay, but it can be also spiced with these abilities. So yeah, that's it. Okay. So what questions do you have, guys? I have 10 more minutes. I'd like to answer your questions. Okay, general lobby. I don't think the chat is working. Okay, I'm gonna check all the chats right now, because I'm not sure in what chat you'd want to type and ask me. Yeah, let me know what you think about the updates, what we have right now. So we have some development updates, we have marketing activities updates, and you'll see a lot more next week. We'll be releasing an article about staking features and referral program for NFT holders, and we're also working on building more gaming guild connections, because we have a really big plan. We believe that VR is the next thing in competitive gaming, and this is the thesis that we're working with, and we'll be bringing more guilds towards this. thesis. Yeah, that's what I have for today to show you. So it was a really busy week. I'm gonna tag Fractal today, so they will reveal. Hopefully, they will reveal all the assets today, and then we will do a supply reduction down to 1500, maintaining the rarity structure. So it has to be done proportionally, basically. So that's what we will do. Okay. So if you have any questions, tag me in the chat. I'm gonna answer them one by one. So I want to be open with the community. If you have any concerns, questions, feel free to ask. I would also like to add, so we currently in the talks with Miria. This is a sort of a studio like Gala Games. They have their own blockchain, and they're looking for really cool projects and games to onboard them to their ecosystem. So let's see where it leads us. But this is a really great partnership to have. So they have like team from Electronic Arts, Blizzard, Activision, Gameloft as well. They have a really strong team, and I would like to partner with them. But let's see what it will need to pull this off. So I think it will be a very valuable partnership. And we also have Twitter Spaces. I think on next Wednesday. I think we have like 2 big VR projects coming there. I think one of the previous Twitter Spaces was a really huge success. We got a lot of gaming guilds there, and it was like 1,400 listeners that tuned in. So we'll continue this to build up more connections and collabs in the Web3 space, because that's really a good thing to do right now. Okay, guys. Thank you for being with me on the stream. I'll be doing this regularly. So maybe not next week, but definitely a week after next week. And in the meantime, we'll just post the updates in the chat. So there is a lot to show in the game development. I already showed it, so you will see some of this and for the community. And yes, stay tuned for announcements. NFT staking is coming like in 10 days, probably. And yeah, soon you will see a lot of changes in the Discord. And once we launch the Steam page, we need to welcome these Steam VR players to our community, because that's what we really need right now. And we'll work on this in detail. So we'll be working with our moderators. So what is the messaging? What is the narrative? So we really need to welcome these players, new players to our community. Okay, guys. So stay tuned for announcements, royalties, and referral system is coming pretty soon. So there will be a lot of stuff related to that. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in today. Bye everyone. Tag me in the chat if you want to answer your question.